that Super Bowl was lost by Seattle. It was not won by New England. It was lost by Seattle.
I agree with that.
And because it was lost by Seattle, not won by New England, you don't put an asterisk. Okay, you got the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You got the Super Bowl. But I would suspend Bill Belichick.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'd suspend him and Tom Brady.
Do you think there will be a sanction against the Patriots?
It's got to be. Why wouldn't it be? It's not like we didn't find the balls deflated. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to use a...
Despite Brady and Belichick denying this whole thing.
Belichick denied Spygate. I'm sorry. Let me back up for a second. For you guys out there listening, people lie. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you are. You lie. People do lie. And just because, what he gonna say? Yeah, I defended the balls. No, he's not gonna say that. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I don't know nothing about balls. You've been in the NFL for 800 years and you don't know about how they do the balls. Yes, you do. You're on the competition committee. You can't tell me you don't know.
And guess who took up for him?
The owner.
No. Roger
Goodell?
No.
Who?
Pete Carroll.
Oh, Pete Carroll?
He sympathized with Belichick.
What is he going to do? I mean, just look at it from this side right here.
I think my point I'm getting is I think Carroll was also saying, I really don't have any insight on them balls either. Maybe I need to start checking myself.
Yes, you do. Come on now. I'm sorry.
That's what he's saying.
I'm sorry.
That's what he's saying. I'm just telling you.
You cannot be in the NFL and not know the rules. Ignorance does not justify you doing what you want to do. Mm-hmm. What is that? Ignorance of the law don't let you get away with it? Something like that. Y'all know what I'm saying.
I heard of that before.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what you're doing. The problem is you can't get up there and say, "Yeah, I know the ball boy who brings us the ball. He knows all that. Mm-hmm. He knows all that. I can understand if you just got hired to be the towel boy and you say, I don't know. I didn't know what they do with the balls. I didn't know they did that. But you ain't the towel boy. You the coach. You've been coaching the New England Patriots for 800 years. You've been in the NFL for 800 years. You can't tell me you don't know. Mm-hmm. You just lied to me right then and there. I'm going to cite you for lying. It's like, no, everybody knows what they do with the balls.
Okay. So, is Tom Brady the best quarterback in NFL history?
No, I wouldn't give him that.
Who is?
I wouldn't give him that. You still got to go through Joe Cool. You still got to deal with. You still got and I'm looking at just the quarterback.
That question came after he won the Super Bowl. Now Bradshaw's
got 4,
and
Montana
Brady has 4.
Yeah,
rings.
Here's the deal, though. Montana got 4 because of Montana. Bradshaw got 4 because they had a great defense. Brady's got 4, and I'll give Brady his 4 because Brady did play some great games, some good games. The difference is Bradshaw and Montana's 4 was right there in clumps. Montana got 4. He went to 2 Super Bowls, took off 2, and then went to 2 more. He got his right there in the 80s. Bradshaw got his in the 70s. He had 4 in the 70s. But that defense, that Pittsburgh defense, that Steel Curtain was no joke.
But you know what the argument is about what you said about Montana, right? He said Montana
because he got Jerry Rice
and he got
John Taylor, and he got I understand that, but you still ushered in a West Coast offense. Walsh is matter of fact. Joe Montana was the last quarterback that they drafted a quarterback and built a team around the quarterback. Nowadays, here's a system. I want to see if the quarterback can play within the system. That's what they do now. Montana was drafted back in 78, 79 at a Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. Bill Walsh needed somebody that's going to be able to run an offense, and that's why he drafted Joe Montana, because he knew he can run that offense. So now we got a quarterback that's going to run the offense, and we both learn that offense. Now we start putting players around him. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Jerry Rice at all times.
True.
He was throwing it to Kenny McCardell. Not Kenny McCardell. Who was he throwing it? Who was his receiver? He had John Taylor, but he had another receiver too.
You mean before Jerry Rice?
Yeah, before Jerry Rice.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was before Jerry Rice. So and then you didn't have Roger Craig all the time either.
True.
You know, I mean, and even in between Roger Craig, you got a Ricky Williams. You know, so it wasn't just he got Wendell Tyler behind him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Old name, huh?
That's an old.
Yeah. So and remember Fred Dean, and then Michael Carter, which is good for. I need to call Michael too. Anyway, Michael. But the players he had that Bill Walsh and Joe Montana helped that offense do what it needs to do. Tom Brady came in, and remember, even when Tom Brady came in, he was a 6th-round draft choice. Tom Brady didn't get him to, well, he got him to their first Super Bowl, but no, that was Drew Bledsoe.
Right. I'm looking at the 8-1 roster before Jerry Rice.
Uh-huh.
Matt Boozer, Dwight Clark.
Yeah, Dwight Clark, yeah.
Mike Schumann. They had a number 88 on the team. Freddie Solomon.
Freddie Solomon.
And Mike Wilson.
Yep, so.
This is 1981.
And 82 is the catch.
Was it 82?
82 was the catch.
That was 81.
Nope, 82 was the catch.
Okay.
And that was to Dwight Clark.
In 1982, boy, this is going to be interesting. They had actually, it's not going to give it to me. I got the staff here. Here we go. 1982. Oh no, I don't. Just the staff. I only had the 81 players. I don't have the 82 here. Then they drafted Rice in 80. Was it 80?
83, 84.
I'm not sure about that. Pull up the 82 roster.
I will.
But the people he was throwing it to.
Yeah.
It's
the only name you really know is Dwight Clark.
True. Dwight Clark, because I don't know them others. You might do, but I don't. But
no, I know Freddie Solomon.
Freddie Solomon?
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I had. I don't have it.
Now I'm going to go to history.
You got it?
Well, I'm pulling it up. I'll pull it up. But anyway.
But the argument was basically that Montana had a supporting cast and Brady doesn't. Well, I mean, Brady has Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
It's...
And Brady had, remember Deion Branch?
Yes,
Randy
number 83.
Moss?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some people to throw it to. He had some
them are better receivers than what he has now.
Yeah.
To me, from the standpoint of talent.
Yeah, they had talent around him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just that when you get a coach and a quarterback, they just know how to run their team the way they are. It's been 10 years since he was in the Super Bowl before this one.
True.
So, I mean, it took some time to get the staff back. But I'm not taking anything away from Brady, but I'm saying you're a better quarterback. I don't even consider him better as far as, I don't care about your rings. I'm talking about you as a quarterback yourself. You put a Dan Fouts behind what Tom Brady got, or you put Roger Staubach. Okay, who would you take, Roger Staubach or Tom Brady?
Ooh. He stuck me with that one. Some keeps telling me Staubach. I don't know why, but I don't know. That's a good one. I have to think about that one.
If you watch Staubach, because I grew up on Staubach. Watching him back in his day, you knew just give him the ball.
He was going to do something with it.
Just give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Just get him. That's all you got to do is give him the ball. And him and John Elway are the only quarterbacks I remember that you can say just get him the ball. Just give him the ball, and they'll make it happen. Those two are the only quarterbacks I remember that you can just say just give him the ball.
Not even Randall Cunningham?
No. Oh, no. Cunningham.
With the running and passing ability he had?
The thing was, see, I don't understand why Philadelphia didn't do as much as they should have done.
With Cunningham?
With Randall Cunningham. I mean, well, your first problem is you really didn't have any solid running backs back there. They had Herschel Walker at one time.
Ricky Waters.
They had Ricky Waters, yeah, but Ricky Waters had already lost it once he left.
Deuce Staley.
Deuce Staley wasn't a Cunningham. He wasn't a part of Cunningham.
He wasn't? Okay.
They had I think they had Wilbert Montgomery at one time.
Man.
Their running game really wasn't. They had a solid defense. The defense was like the number one defense in the NFL for a long
I
time.
think they had Ernest Biner at one
They
point.
had Ernest Biner. Real quick. Did they have Ernest Biner? Nope, he went to Washington.
I think he played Washington and Philadelphia.
No, he played Cleveland.
That's right.
He played with Cleveland.
That's right.
Yeah, so they didn't really have a good running game. They've never really had a good running, and they really didn't have any receivers. You know, they had Mike Quick.
The number 82,
You know,
Chris Carter.
They had Chris Carter, but Chris Carter got drunk too much, so they had to let him go. And that's pretty much it.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
So he didn't have anybody to throw it to, so he was running for his life.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would.
So Montana over Brady.
Yes.
Okay.
Hands down, Montana over Brady. And Montana was playing with full balls. They were not deflated.
That's true. And plus, Montana has never lost a Super Bowl.
Nope.
Brady has lost 3.
He's lost 3, yep.
No, 2.
Now he's lost 2.
Both to
He's
the,
been to 6.
and he lost to Eli Manning and the Giants twice.
Yes. And this is when they were undefeated one year.
That's
Last
true.
game of the season, they lose the Super Bowl.
Will Tom Brady get a 6th Super Bowl? I mean, a 5th Super Bowl ring before he retires?
I don't think so. It's hard to go back to Super Bowl.
He has 2 good years left on him, though.
Yeah, but it's hard to go back to Super Bowl. And I don't think this cast of players, I don't think can get them back there.
You don't think so?
I really don't. I
Brandon
really don't.
LaFell,
They
Danny
had
Amendola.
They had 2 games this year in the playoffs that the Baltimore game, they had no business winning that game.
Yeah, it was down 14-0 at one point.
They had even this game here, they had no business winning.
So you saying the Patriots wasn't a dominant team like past Patriot teams?
No, they were not. No.
Okay.
They're not. They were not scary. Didn't scare me at all.
Okay.
And I still think the Cowboys would have beat them.
In the Super Bowl.
Yep. I still think the Cowboys would have beat them.
Man. Going back to the Cats. That's what kept us from getting there.
Yep.
I ain't going to go too far in saying that because Aaron Rodgers had 3
He had
minutes
4 minutes
left.
on the clock, though.
Yeah. He could have worked his magic against us in a way. So the Seahawks, it's already out. Super Bowl 50. Guess who's favored to win a Super Bowl next year?
I know Dallas is number 4.
And who's number 1?
Is it the Seahawks?
Yes, it is. They are 6-1 favorites to win the Super Bowl behind the Patriots, who is 8-1.
Wow.
I wonder why this would be, considering they just lost the Super Bowl.
Because you don't get that taste out of your mouth easily, and so they figured they're gonna come back mad. Let me give you the 82.
Squad
82 receivers.
for the 49ers.
Dwight Clark, who was your tight end. Jeff Moore, don't know him. Russ Francis, I remember him. Charlie Young, you don't remember him. Freddie Solomon, I remember him. Earl Cooper, Bill Ring, Ronaldo Nehemiah, who's a track star, I remember him. Vance Williams, Amos Lawrence, Mike Wilson, those are your receivers.
Wow.
I remember Ronaldo Nehemiah.
A bunch of no-names to me.
No, Ronaldo was not.
Oh, he
Ronaldo
wasn't?
he was a track star. That boy was fast.
What ended up happening with his career? I never heard of him.
Just because you run track, it fizzles out.
He was similar to Alexander Wright.
No, because he was a little bit more. He had a little bit more something on him than Alexander Wright. He was more productive. Alexander Wright had maybe 2 years of that, if that. He was more of a. Ronaldo was more of a. I want to put him in the same category like an Alvin Harper.
Oh, okay.
But Ronaldo would go across the middle a lot on you.
Mm-hmm.
Harper was not one of those. Harper was a jump ball type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ronaldo was like your slot receiver.
Okay.
Yeah, and then here, listen to their running backs. Jeff Moore, Bill Ring. Look, Joe Montana was rushing. Walt Easley. So they didn't have any. I mean, this is the